starting a friendship revolution, one hype friend at a time. But we need you.
Yes, so please join our HypeFriend movement. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And follow us on social and go to beahypefriend.com and sign up for our newsletter.
Well, you could come back when you're 16 and you could play one of the Disney princesses. So I was like, oh, there we go. I get to come back when I'm 16 and I'll play one of the Disney princesses. And then 16 came around and I realized there is no Disney princess for me to play. Like, I can't play a Disney princess. There are no Black Disney princesses at that time.
Okay.
So, I guess we shouldn't just sit here and eat popcorn all day. But I mean,
we could.
We could. We could. That's tempting. But I think we should get into it.
Hey, y'all, I'm Michael James Scott.
And I'm Ashley Eckstein.
And
welcome to HypeFriend! Hype, 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 hype.
I'm into it. And you know what else I'm very into?
What?
This episode.
I know.
This is a very, really, really cool episode for Ashley and I because we have someone on who we've literally known since high school. Listen, I'm very excited about it. I'm also excited about the fact that this season, y'all, and I'm like thrilled. You're getting a double dosage. You're getting 2 episodes a week, right? So on your feeds, you will be getting a bonus episode at the end of the week. Well, towards the end of the week, which is really, really cool. So
You're getting a full dose.
Yes, honey, a full
full
dose. Just a dose full of Ashley and some Michael go down.
Oh my God.
So last week, was a crunchy start. You know what I mean? Like it was definitely like a bunch of crunches start. Do you know what I mean? Like because we were trying to figure out in terms of the jingles for me. It's been a while, but now, baby, we're back.
You're back.
So the jingles are coming. The snacks are alive.
They're just flowing.
And we're here.
Yes,
okay?
we are here.
We're also giving you a new segment today, PS.
Oh.
Should we get into it?
I think we should.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Ashley, I'm going to confess. You may know this about me. My husband knows this about me. Not a lot of people know this about me. I have to admit it, but I buy a lot of things off of the internet. When I'm scrolling through anywhere. So I thought maybe to embarrass me more or that I should share them because the first step to the problem is admitting that you have the problem.
Yes.
So I figured I would start a new segment every so often of the random things that I have bought off of the internet.
Basically, you are saying that you're an internet impulse purchaser.
Yes.
It's okay, Michael. We all are.
I'm an internet impulse person. Wait.
We're workshopping it.
Wait, I need a song for this. I need a song. Boom, boom, do, dee, ba, boom, boom, boom. Internet impulse purchaser. Internet impulse purchaser. Internet impulse purchaser. I'm an impulse internet purchaser. Boom.
That is so good. Michael, you have a God-given gift to just create jingles.
I love this monologue right now because you're so genuine and I'm obsessed with you right now.
I genuinely mean it. That's what a hype friend is. Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, so yes. Okay, so I'm going to give you.
Okay.
I have 2 of them today.
What did you buy?
Okay, so my first one.
Okay. Wait, I need to put on my glasses.
It's called Travel Power Strip by a company called Naichong.
Credible.
Naichong. Hey, Naichong! So, just shout out to Naichong. So, Listen, I am pulled in by the stories. I'll be scrolling, and then
same.
there's like a full ad, and it's like, when you're traveling and you need power, like, and I'm like, I travel and I need power. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? So
Oh,
this is what
Nothing
happens.
burns me more than when I'm in a hotel and there's not a plug
Yes.
right by the bed.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Ashley,
You needed it. You needed it, Michael.
I need the power. I need my power strip. I need power. Okay, so here's the thing. All right, so here it is.
Okay.
Right? Now, I'm going to...
It looks promising.
It's really, really... Okay, and you can... like that. Okay, right? Now, it's already... It's like you... For those of you listening, there's... You're not watching right now. You actually... You have to plug... You have to actually plug the little, like, power like cord into the base, and that's how you make it like small for you to kind of wrap it up. And then there's like a little rubber band, like a thick rubber band around it that makes it even smaller. But watch this. Excuse me. Look how long it is.
Oh my gosh.
Can we see that? Can you even?
I cannot.
Okay.
So it's an extension cord.
Yes.
With like
so you have your outlets here.
Yes.
Then you have your USB-C, your USB-C-A situation. Is that right?
I don't know. It's like USB A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know how to keep it all straight. I mean?
But like, you know what I'm talking about out there. USB-C, USB-C-A cords, those things, right? and then there's also another outlet.
There's
on the
so many
side.
outlets.
So,
let's count the outlets, Michael.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can
7
you even?
Devices.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, Michael.
Yes.
So when you make these purchases, I think we need to rate them.
Okay.
Like on a scale from regrettable to incredible. Like,
excuse me.
I mean, you've got the jingles, I've got the alliteration.
I love that. Okay, so on a scale from regrettable to incredible,
yes,
I am rating this incredible.
I mean, that's a way to start this. I love this segment.
This next one. This actually I thought was really, really cool. I got this actually around holiday time, and I was looking at fun things. You know how, listen, I am very blessed to have a beautiful, lovely husband. And I love him very much and love him dearly. But during the holidays and like during gift times, like we've given pretty much everything to each other. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, so like,
so what do you give
It's just like, what do you give? And also, yes, with other friends. It's like, with like good friends, like you probably have given very close friends a lot of things like already that you like, so what else do you give, right?
You turn to the internet.
You turn to the... Yes, Ashley. Yes, Fred. Oh, yes, Fred. Okay, so this... And I'm actually opening it here.
Oh.
This is called Adventure Bucket List.
Oh, excuse me.
And you have scratch off cards.
Oh.
Where you go and do little adventures around a city that you're in.
Oh, this is so you.
Can you even?
This is so you. So are these for New York?
So this is New York City Adventure Bucket List. Okay, now I'm gonna open it. I've actually never opened it. So it actually comes with a little scratch, a little plastic chip for you to scratch off your adventure. And look, this is Queens, right?
Okay.
So it gives you Queens, number 50 Queens, and then you scratch it off, and then you get the adventure. Like, I just thought that was a really fun thing to do. And P.S., it's for like all the cities. Like each city has one, which is, I think, really cool. So you might to even get know your city better.
I love this. Literally, the only downside I could possibly see to this is like that's a lot to scratch off.
It's a lot of scratch.
Like that's like a workout to scratch this card off.
It definitely is a lot, but
totally worth it.
But it's totally worth it.
Okay,
so on the scale, here, let me put this chip back in there. So,
Michael,
okay.
I love this.
Do you love it?
I love it. And so they have it for different cities?
They have it for different cities. Like I think you can do like a 3-city set where you choose different cities and like it's like $25.99 or something like that.
Okay, that's
But
a really good deal.
It's a really, really cool thing. Like I'm literally obsessed with it. I think Rio is the company. Reach International Outfitters. Like that's the company. And you literally on here says reachinternationaloutfitters.com.
Everything about this, the packaging, the storytelling,
right?
Like they've done a really good job.
Okay, so on a scale of
regrettable to incredible,
what would this be?
I mean, I think it's pretty incredible.
I do too. I think it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, like that's a really good gift idea.
Yes.
Love it.
Oh my God.
2 for 2, Michael.
Come on, new segment.
Yes. How would you rate my hype chicken?
That is, I think it's... The hype chicken is, you know what? I love hype chicken because the fact that we get to use it for our episodes, I'm loving it. But I feel like it's definitely more on the regrettable side. Regrettable.
Wait. Hype chicken needs to be the mascot for this segment.
Yeah.
I think we just realized it.
Yes, that makes sense because like it's like the purchase of yes.
This was my impulse buy.
Yes.
And you know what, hype chicken? You were regrettable, but you know what? You're pretty freaking incredible now.
I feel like that nice need like a shot that like goes like a love shot, like it's like a love like moment, like it goes like just like straight into Ashley. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh yeah, that's it right there. Well, listen, I'm hyping that up as we go into hypes and gripes, but for me, like I'm obsessed with it. So here's the thing, Ashley, I have so many things to share. So I can't wait to share them with you because some of them are really, really great and some of them are really ridiculous, but some of them are really, really great. And I think that people may find that they also may benefit from them too. So
I am here for this segment. And you know what? When you're not around your phone, I'm going to like whisper into it like random things like dog poop scooper and see if like your algorithm starts.
How dare you? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a gripe. Speaking of.
Yes.
That's our music. It does. It goes into it. Okay, so what are we hyping and what are we griping? What are we hyping?
Okay.
We're gonna start with hype or we start with a gripe? We usually start with a hype.
Yeah,
but
let's start with the hypes. Let's start with the hypes. What are you hyping?
Okay, I am hyping. You know what? It's actually kind of going off a little bit of this last adventure purchase. So there's a movement right now that people are really wanting experiences.
Yes.
And like that is like becoming a very big thing where they like literally for 2 to 3 hours there are no phones.
Ugh,
they literally like
amazing.
There's like it's like an experience, a curated experience, and there's companies now doing these things, and I'm really hyping those companies up because I really think that that's awesome and needed.
Yes.
So it's like everything I feel like that we love in terms of like being able to like be together and like
be present
like in person and be together. So for me, like I really think that that's important, exciting, and I'm hyping that up. So
I love that. I love that.
It also, don't you feel like I feel like right now there are so many things that you can do on the phone, but what you can't do is the in-person thing. And that is something that will never be able to take the place of the phone.
Well, and here's the deal. When you have your phone, you will always be distracted in a sense. And when you don't have your phone and you're just present in the moment, experiencing something with your friends or your family, you're going to be completely focused.
Yes.
And I think that's a great idea. I'm totally hyped on
Right.
that.
I'm actually I've been following some of these groups. Maybe I'll do some research and find out some of the groups like right now that I'm hearing about that people are really responding to, and we can like shout them out. You know, like we can shout them out on HypeFriend on our podcast, because I think it's important, and I really think it's a movement of getting people out and like experiencing together, being present together. We love this. Like we love that. So I'm gonna look more into that. But that's my hype. That's my hype, girl. What's your hype?
All right. Well, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen my niece Dolly.
Yes.
So Dolly,
I follow you on Instagram.
oh, thank
Just
you,
so
Michael.
you know. Just
Thank
letting
you.
know.
So you follow me more than my husband does. My husband like doesn't look on Instagram, and he's like, "Well, why am I finding stuff out about you, you know, from other people?" And I'm like, "Because you're not on Instagram." Anyways, but okay, so my niece Dolly, she loves Star Wars, and she loves Ahsoka, but she just turned 5, and so it hasn't quite clicked yet that I am the voice of Ahsoka. Like, she thinks Ahsoka is real.
Yes.
And so to her, I am just Aunt Ashley, and then Ahsoka is real, which Ahsoka is real, but you know, it hasn't made the connection
Ahsoka
yet.
lives in you. All of us.
Yes,
honey.
Ahsoka lives in all of us.
Yes.
But this is not about Star Wars. So Dolly went to her sister's Irish dancing parade this past weekend.
Yes.
And my mom sent the family a video. And in the background, you just hear Dolly losing her mind for her sister, but like in a real, genuine way. So I'm hyping up Dolly because she is the epitome of a hype friend.
Oh.
And she is just screaming. Like, she's like, Penny, Penny, go Penny, Penny, that's my sister, Penny.
That's so cute.
Sorry, that was really loud. Sorry to those listening. But that's how loud Dolly was. And it's not just her voice, like her whole body gets into it.
Oh, I love
she's
that.
like cheering, she's hooping, she's hollering. And here's the thing, it's not fake. It's genuine.
Yeah.
Like, she's genuinely happy for her sister. And she did the same for me. Last year, I got to be one of the narrators for the Candlelight Processional at Walt Disney World. And she was sitting on my husband's lap, Uncle David, she says, and literally she's actually like standing, and she was just cheering the whole time, and like her arms were moving, and she's like, Aunt Ashley, Aunt Ashley, Aunt Ashley, and she's like giving me hearts, like literally, like, you know, just like being the best hype squad. And I thought, you know what? That's what Hype Friend is all about, is being that excited for your friends, for your family. And especially, you know, there's something about siblings too, because you see young siblings and it's like, well, that's her thing and this is your thing, and no, you have to go watch your sister dance. It's almost like some siblings, it's an annoyance.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, totally.
And Dolly was the epitome of like just a hype sister. She was there for it, and she was her biggest fan on the sidelines.
I love that.
So I'm hyping that up.
Come on, sister, little sis. I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
She's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love
She
seeing
is.
her on your feet. She is the cutest little like ball of sunshine, and
She is.
all of it. I love it. Well, I mean, fine. Like, in the ball of sunshine, we do have to go to a gripe. I know,
Yes.
but what are we griping about?
Well, for me, I am griping rudeness.
Oh.
So, yes. So last week, I was flying home.
Yes.
And I was at the LaGuardia Delta terminal. I'm checking in, and it wasn't super crowded. So there was a couple of I was checking my luggage, and there was a couple of Delta workers working. So there was like, it looked like there was maybe 4 open places that you could go.
Okay.
and I was already getting my luggage checked. Well, this man was behind me, and I didn't hear the interaction. I heard it after, like after it had happened. But there was a woman to my left, and she was wearing a mask, and clearly there's something going on with her. And I had heard the other people talking about either ambulance or hospital or doctor, like they were saying stuff. Well, what happened was this woman wasn't open, like she wasn't actually taking, she wasn't checking people in.
Okay.
And she was sick. And like this was all going down in this moment. But the man behind me didn't know that. And I guess he said something really rude to her, like, come on, it's my turn. And, aren't you open? And was not nice. And she almost started crying. And she was like, sir, I'm sick. I'm not doing well. I'm not open at the moment. Please, like, have some understanding. And, so I watched this all go down, and look, we all make mistakes. Sometimes we don't see what's going on. So I don't know. I don't know if the man didn't understand that this woman was sick, but when she called him out on it, he didn't apologize. He didn't even look at her. He just walked to the next open, desk and walked off. And I was mortified because here this poor woman is. She's clearly struggling. She's almost crying. And this man was so rude to her. So I don't know that man. I don't even know this woman, but I feel like I'm in the middle, like in a tennis match. I'm like, and I'm looking to both sides. And I just looked at her and I said, ma'am, I am so sorry. I said, you don't deserve to be treated that way. And I hope everything is okay. I hope you feel better, and I hope you get the help you need. And I just want to let you know, I'm so sorry. And she really appreciated the empathy in that moment.
Yeah.
And so I am just griping rudeness. There's no excuse to be rude. And then have some empathy. Like, if you see that someone is having a hard time, it's okay to make a mistake. That's going to happen. We're all going to make mistakes. But if you see you've made a mistake, and let's say you've made someone feel bad, apologize. So anyways, that did make me a little angry bubbles, especially in the moment. Michael, what are you griping?
Mine is a bit more trivial, but
but they're all gripes. They're all gripes.
That was a very like I get it. Mine is okay. So we're actually going on a trip in like a little bit, which
a vacation.
I guess you probably actually can say that, which is so crazy because we have not done any sort of vacation / trip for over 2 years at this point now.
You totally need a vacation, Michael.
So that is, yes. So we're planning this trip, and one of the things that came up was like we're checking into this place, and we're going actually with family, which is we're really excited, right? So it is that check-in is at 4 p.m. And check-out is at 10 a.m.
No.
I'm just going to take a pause.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And this is like, P.S., this is going on more and more where it is like a later check-in and an earlier checkout. I am so mad at the hotels, the Airbnbs, the whatever. Like that to me is absolutely insane. Like, I think that is so crazy, and it is so inconvenient for so many travelers.
Who does a 10 a.m. checkout?
10 a.m. checkouts.
That's
I'm like,
ridiculous.
Y'all. Now, listen, I am the king of like, I will get in and immediately be like, I check in and I literally would be like, so when's the latest checkout? Like, I will ask right there, like, let's go, like, we already know, like, right? But like, that to me is absolutely crazy. So I am griping these hotels or companies that are giving you like the latest check-in and then the earliest check-out.
Yeah.
We gotta find a middle ground. Like,
yes.
I just feel like that is, it's crazy. Like, you get in, you try to get in, like you get in like 1 o'clock. Now you have to put your bags in, leave your bags there. You have to go out and go do something until your room is ready for 3 hours later. Like, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Let's just take another pause. Thank you.
I just had a thought. What if you had a choice? What if you had a choice of like, I want to check in early, so I will check out early. So it's like, hey, I want to check in at like 1 p.m., but I'll check out at 10 a.m.
You know what? I'm liking this.
Or, okay, I'll check in at 4 p.m., but then I want to check out at noon.
Yes.
Like, there's a middle ground.
Yes. I'm here for that.
If we had a hotel.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine if we had a HypeFriend hotel? That has a nice ring to it.
It does, a HypeFriend hotel. But who would run it? Do you know what I mean? Like, who would actually run it?
Yeah. It was a good thought in principle.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I love us, but like, who would run it? Can you imagine us running the HypeFriend hotel? First of all, there would never be like, there would be the most ridiculous check-in times. Like, we'd be like, oh, you just got it too? Like, I mean, okay, like,
yeah,
sure. Like, well, wait a minute. Oh no, like, they haven't checked out yet, so you can't go to that room. Sorry.
But wait. First of all, we would have the best snacks that would come included in the price of your room.
Absolutely.
Forget about this like $10 can of nuts.
And these would be waiting on your bedside.
Internet impulse purchases would be waiting for you.
I mean, this is great.
And then we would do, can you even imagine our wake-up calls?
Oh.
A HypeFriend wake-up call, I would be like, rise and shine and give God the glory, hype, rise and shine.
We're going to Sunday school. Like, we're going Sunday school wake-ups. Meanwhile, I was thinking like, get up time, get your butt up, get on up, get on up.
That's better.
Well, look, good. You gave me Sunday school. No, again, I think a HypeFriend hotel would be amazing, but we'd have to find
some people to run it. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? We're starting our friendship revolution, one HypeFriend at a time, and eventually we're going to manifest HypeFriend hotels, and Ashley's going to bake you cookies upon check-in. I'm envisioning it now.
It's so good. All right, hypes and gripes, honey. Oh my gosh, we get to chat with the amazing Mekia Cox.
So I feel like everyone knows her from Once Upon a Time and The Rookie. I mean, she's super famous.
Yes.
But we know her from Dr. Phillips' Troop 4276.
From high school.
Yes.
So let's talk to her. But before we do that, we got to take a short break. All right, y'all, lock all the way in because we've got a modern TV icon entering the chat. She's an actress. She's a dancer. She's my high school sweetheart. Okay, from our teenage production of Pearly. And yes, she was the legendary Princess Tiana in the hit series Once Upon a Time. But make no mistake, she is a queen from head to toe. This powerhouse performer burst through the doors as Detective Nyla Harper on the ABC hits drama The Rookie, busts a move on stages with pop stars, and has made memorable appearances on Chicago Med, Grey's Anatomy, Modern Family, and Keel and Peele, just to name a few. And let's talk about it. She is classically trained, y'all. We're talking real deal musical theater roots. Years of dance, years of discipline, the technique, the stamina, the storytelling, the versatility. She's an actress, a singer, a dancer, a wife, an ultimate HypeFriend herself, and a fierce mother, and quite possibly the only person who can chase down criminals on TV while still looking like she just walked out of a magazine shoot. That's superstar DNA, y'all. Please give it all the energy in the world you've got for the unstoppable, the radiant, the ridiculously talented Mekia Cox.
Mekia!
I need that everywhere I go. That intro was bomb. I like it.
Well,
Make me feel
true,
all
honey.
good and stuff. Oh,
Oh.
I am so happy to be here. This is just fun. We're just about to have some fun. I love it.
You look gorgeous, as always.
Thank you, my
Absolutely stunning.
loves.
I mean, Mekia, like, first of all, we graduated all, so what, 1999 and 2000. So we're not dating ourselves.
1999.
It's been a minute, but you don't look a day over the day you graduated. You're absolutely stunning. But more importantly than how beautiful you are on the outside, you are even more beautiful on the inside. You have always had a heart of gold. And I'm so proud of you and everything that you've done. I'm just honored to be chatting with you today.
Aw, I thank you. I truly appreciate hearing that. Yeah, I mean the fact that like we're doing it, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we went
Yes,
to like high school for, and like we're out here doing it. Like,
honey.
it's kind of beautiful to be able to say that, like, yes, we graduated in the 1900s, but but we are here now. You know what I mean? And like, it's so wonderful. And even though like time can go by and like we don't see each other for a long time, as soon as we're all back together, it's just like it just meshes. It's like how it was when we were in high school. It's great.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm wearing my sparkly Walt Disney World shirt for us today because even though we're Disney kids today, I mean, all
Yes.
three of us, literally, the wonderful world of Disney has brought us back together. But we were just Disney kids in Orlando, Florida, with big dreams, and it's just so cool.
And I'm wearing overalls today because I feel like it was like a 90s moment. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, like it's like giving me like
I
just
love
like
it. You just need the one strap off.
yeah, it's like
You just need
the one strap.
Oh my
I
goodness.
love
Well,
it.
Mekia, we're going to get into all the things today, but
I
this
love it.
is a podcast about friendship. And there's something special about childhood friendships
Mm,
that it really bonds you for life. Like you said, we've all
yeah.
gone off and done separate things, but we come together and it's like no time has passed. And we really learned how to be each other's hype friends back in
Yeah.
high school. But we ask our guests the same thing, to kick things off. What does a hype friend mean to you?
Well, I will say this. I am a person who has been very lucky throughout my life to have many hype friends and many groups of hype friends, and I collect and keep. You know what I mean? Like, when I
Yes.
think back to you guys in high school, like we are all still friends. I have a group of friends. I have groups of friends in college. Michael, who you have now integrated with, they're all family.
Yes.
We have names. Back in high school, we were 4276. In in college, I have the Pos, who you know a lot of. Well, you know all my friends.
Yes.
I have 1736, which is the address of my best friends and my sisters to this day. But we call ourselves 1736 because that was our address that we lived at. Um, Throughout life, I then went on tour and I went on Fame, and I have my family friends. I have like all these friends that I've collected that are still close friends that I still have text threads with, talk to all the time. And so for me, hype friends, having that is like almost like extended family. They are people that you can reach out to whenever needed. They will drop whatever they are doing to answer your phone call. They are just people who are there for you no matter, it's unconditional. They're there for you no matter what. And I feel very, very, very blessed to have a lot of those in my life. So,
Yes.
Uh,
Well, you gave our definition of hype friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
That is it. Let's talk about, I guess right now where you are, in your friend, like your life as a mom and as like a as
Yeah,
you're like that is who you are now. Like you are many, many things, but I think probably one of your most important roles is a mother,
that is
obviously.
correct.
and you have gorgeous, gorgeous little girls who are just like the sweetest,
Thank you.
most gorgeous. You and your awesome hubby, who I've also known, and like I've known
Yeah,
for so
for
long.
forever. Yeah.
Yes, for forever. But it's great to chat with a mom because you obviously we've talked about, as Ashley just said, like from like childhood. So like
Mm.
for you, what is that like? And like you being a mom and like going on this journey right now in your life, like you're a mama. So what friendship is actually really important, and especially these years, like these sort of prevalent these first years. Um, what
Exactly.
do you what is that for you? What are you teaching your kids? What's going on?
Well, first of all, for me, I remember maybe it was around the time I was pregnant, and maybe a little bit before I had heard about like when you become a parent, your friend group changes. And for me, I was always like, oh, that's cute to hear, but like that's not actually gonna happen for me. And so I wasn't really expecting that because I already have all my good friends, you know what I mean? And I wasn't expecting to like gain a bunch of new parent friends, like wasn't expecting any of that to happen. But then it kind of happened. And so, but it's not like I lost any friends, but there is a shift that ends up happening when you become a parent. And, I am thankful. At first, I was like, I was almost like mourning it because I will say, a lot of my single friends, a lot of times I don't want to like, I feel bad, even though they're like, we don't care, we'll come to whatever. But like sometimes I feel bad inviting them to all like the kiddie parties because I'm like, are you sure you want to come be around like kids and balloons and cake and drawing and painting and bubbles? Like, is that what you want to spend your Saturday afternoon doing?
Sounds like Ashley and I's that sounds like our private party.
You
Exactly.
have the cake. If there's cake, I'll eat it.
Right, right. But you do realize that there is a new group of friends that are your parent friends that come along. And so once again, though, I have been very blessed. The school that Zuri is going to is we just all we melded into one very quickly, the group of friends that she has as well as the group of friends that we have. And I my parents are not out here. I don't really have a lot of family out here in LA with me, so it's not like I can just drop the kids off at grandma and grandpa's house, you know what I mean? And so to be able to have a network of family friends that you know that you can trust, that you can say, hey, I have to go do this thing, can I drop the kids off with you, and know that they're going to be safe and know that you don't have to worry about that. It's really wonderful and lovely, and so I'm very thankful for that as of right now. um then also just being a mom on set with I am lucky to be able to work with Alyssa Diaz, who is also a mom, and we um, are kind of going on this journey together, because when I first got on the show, Zuri, my oldest, was 8 months. And then the next season, Alyssa got pregnant. The next season, I got pregnant. And the next season, she got pregnant again. And then the next season after that, Jenna got pregnant. So, and they put, except for Jenna's last one, because by that time I was like, okay, that's too many. But they put all of the pregnancies on screen, which was really beautiful and lovely, and
That's
I'm very happy
awesome.
that they did
Yeah.
that because it's like this is life. Like we're around the same age. This is a time where we're having people are having babies, and it happens all the time. And so the fact
And
that they
working.
portrayed that, and
And
working and
working.
continuing to work, exactly, and being badass mamas. And so to
Yes.
be able to show that on screen and portray that, I was really happy. um so there's that, and then there's also, yeah, like you were saying, talking to our daughters about what it is to be a friend to someone. And I am lucky, very lucky, to have two really sweet bundles of joy, that collect a lot of friends. um but yeah, it's interesting. I remember having to tell Zuri this story about a girl that when I first, so I moved from the Virgin Islands to Orlando when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I didn't know a lot of, kids, obviously. It was my first time going to this new school. I happened to meet over the summer, I met a girl who I had become friends with, but my parents, there's something about it that they were like, let's hold off on this. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I finally have like one friend as I'm going into the school of, people that I have no idea who any of them are. I need to have like my one friend. And they were like, ah. And it wasn't until later on in life that I realized they were right. As parents often are. I don't think that if I continued that friendship with her, that I would have been on the right path. And I think my parents saw that and they knew that, and they did what parents do and guided me in the right way. And so I'm trying my best to guide her in the right way as well. So yeah,
Mm.
if that answers all of your
Yeah,
mom questions.
yes.
Yes, no, it does. It does. And we've talked about this a lot here on HypeFriend, that friendship is a practice. But when it
Hmm.
comes to kids, we I think we forget that friendship is a learned skill. You have to teach it.
Hmm.
You have to teach how to be a friend,
Mm.
how to keep friendships, cultivate them, and also warning signs of like, no, you shouldn't be treated that way, or this is
Yes.
what a positive friendship looks like. Um,
Hmm.
and so it is interesting because I think as adults we take it for granted, but becoming a mom, all of a sudden it's like, oh gosh, I gotta teach this.
Yeah, it's
Has there
true.
anything that's come up that you're just like, oh my gosh, wow, they don't automatically know how to do that?
Yes, that happens a lot actually. But in in terms of friendship, there are certain times where she'll tell me something someone said to her, and I have to say, well, have you ever heard, this person who's one of my good friends say that to me, anything like that to me? And she'll say no. And I'm like, well, do you think that's a good thing to say to a person? Oh, no. Well, do you think that person should say that to you? You know what I mean? You have to like go through all of these things to make sure that they know, like, oh yeah, that's true. That doesn't make sense. And then they go back to the friend and say, well, my mom said. That's what they always do. But it is true. It is, and Zuri happens to be at a private school, and so she will be with these kids from kinder to, and then some others that will come in seventh, sixth, and seventh grade. But she'll be with them through kinder all the way through senior year of high school. So she's going to be with these people for a long time. So she's got to figure out how to connect with people and how to, network in the right way, starting networking at a young age.
You are a mom, you are a working mom, you are a
Mhm.
wife, you are a friend, like all those things. So in teaching, your kids and being a wife and all of that, you also, because we know you are somebody who loves hanging out and having a good time and being with friends and all that. So like, what do you do to prioritize that? Obviously friendships are important to you. How do you make that a priority within your big life, in terms of really filling your cup up with your own
Yeah.
friendships.
Yeah. Well, it is important to me. It's interesting because I would say that at my core, I actually am an introvert, but I am an extroverted introvert. And so whenever I get around my friends, I am an extrovert. And so, but it's around those people that I feel like comfortable with. And so I need
Mm.
a little bit of both. I need a little bit of balance, especially now as a mom with a family. You really don't get a lot of alone time. You just don't have that. And so I try and find that where I can. But then I also try and find those moments where I can just be with a friend. For example, I have a mom friend coming over tonight. We have been trying to plan like a date out, a mom date at some point, and we were like, you know what? Let's just come over to the house. We don't need to do much. We don't need to go anywhere. Just come over to the house so we can talk and chat it up. And so
I love that.
whenever and wherever I can, just try and stay connected. I will say, technology, that is one area that it does help. You know, between texts and social media, you always know what your friends are kind of doing and are up to. But I know for me, I have like we have now set every second Friday of the month for my moms from the school to get together. Me and the girls in the cast, we have a book club together.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, yeah, we're just, again, I think it is important also, like, when you find like-minded people, you find the things you like to do together. And so that's what, and it kind of just happens naturally. You know what I mean? You genuinely want to hang out. If you haven't seen a person for a certain amount of time, you miss that person, even though maybe it was just a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, we do have a lot of, again, becoming a mom, you have a lot of moms nights, whether that's like with my Zuri's friends moms, or my friends that are moms, or whatever. A lot of women bonding. We do bond at this time. um but
You
yeah, I
know,
think that, yeah, that's kind of the way I tend to do it. And I love me a good happy hour.
I remember us from high school, we sang the song Seasons of Love a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think they're all different seasons of life, but also seasons of love. And if you're
Yeah.
lucky enough to have those friends that last through multiple different seasons, the love is always there.
Yeah.
It's just,
Mm,
your life, it's just a season. And you also mentioned something I love, that your mom friend is just coming over for a mom night. One of
yeah.
my favorite hangs last year with a friend. Um, I was visiting it was our friend Josh.
Oh,
Shout out to Josh
yes.
Strickland. And I went to Las Vegas, and we were going to go out to dinner, but I was suffering from jet lag. I was really tired. And I just, like, honestly, the thought of leaving my hotel room and getting out of my PJs was just
Yeah.
not something that I
You
could
felt
do.
like doing.
And
Yep.
yeah, and so I said, Josh, do you mind just coming over to the hotel
Hmm.
room, and can we order room service, and can I
Yeah.
stay in my PJs? And he was like, absolutely. And we had the best night. And I think sometime with friendships, like in our own mind, we create these barriers of like, well, we have to go out. We have to do
Yep.
something special and awesome. But
Yep.
no, sometimes friendship is just messy. It doesn't look like
Yep.
it should on the gram.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
um,
It's true.
well, Makia, growing up around Disney, we were, like I said, we were Disney kids, and I was obsessed with the Disney princesses. And, you to me in high school, you like radiate princess. You're like everything I think a princess should be. And then you went on to play one. I mean, you played
Yeah, it's so
Princess
crazy.
Tiana in Once Upon a Time. What did you learn from Tiana, or even just the Disney princesses, about friendship?
Oh, I feel like I will say Tiana was probably Sabine, was probably one of the closest characters to myself, I feel like, that I've ever played. And she was a great friend. She was out there sword fighting her life for her friends. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I mean, I really think that what she represented on that show was friendship, in all honesty. And that role for me was so special because of the background that we all have in Orlando.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I've told this story a few times, but as when I was my very first professional job as Michael, we know. So first of all, let me go back. Let me say that like we keep talking about high school, but me and Michael have actually known each other before high school, which is
Before,
crazy. And
before.
so I did the Christmas Spectacular way back when. That was my very, very first job. I was a kid of the kingdom. I was so excited. I thought I had made it. Um, but then I did 2 years of that, and then it was over. And it was, well, you could come back when you're 16 and you could play one of the Disney princesses. So I was like, oh, there we go. I get to come back when I'm 16 and I'll play one of the Disney princesses. And then 16 came around and I realized there is no Disney princess for me to play. Like,
Mm.
I can't play a Disney princess. There are no Black Disney princesses at that time. And so I remember when Princess and the Frog first came out, and Princess Tiana, a Black princess, was introduced, I thought to myself, oh my God, like this is amazing. Some little girl is going to be able to, play this character and live out my little girl dreams. And I thought that was wonderful, but I never expected that little girl to be me.
Ah,
Oh
I thought
yeah.
I had passed that time. And so yeah, when I auditioned, well, actually, when I first auditioned for the role, I didn't even I didn't know what the role was for. I just knew it was for Once Upon a Time. It wasn't until after I booked the role that they told me it was for Princess Tiana, and
mm.
I thought, how is
Oh.
this even possible? Like,
Oh my gosh. I just got like full body chills. Ah,
That's great. I mean, I actually remember when you got it, and I remember like like just like through the friend grapevine, like Mekia's got like she's gonna be Tiana, like oh my god, like I like it was such a like I will never forget being like um literally like my friend is playing Tiana like on like a network television show. Like how dare all of you? Like, thank you. Like, just so we're all clear. Like it's really really incredible, and I still gush over you doing it because it's such a monumental thing, and you got to do that it's like it'll always be a part of you, and I just love that happened for you. All right, now speaking of, because we go back, we've been talking about the fact that we like go back to like the high school of it all. High school is obviously a very like formative time for us all.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we met there, and it's always like fun to sometimes a little cringy to kind of go back, like but what's great fun is like there's also like I feel like some of those like fun things out of the yearbook superlatives that like have come out of high schools, and we thought it would be fun to maybe like to see what would happen now if we pull out some superlatives that were old high school titles. Do they stick now? What is the conversation about now? So we have this little bowl of fun superlatives,
yes.
right?
And we have not discussed this.
Yes.
Okay.
So the thought is we're gonna pull out the superlative, say what it is, and then basically together say who we think would have won between the three of us. Who would
Mm.
have won that superlative?
Okay, I
Yes.
like it.
Yes. And we'll do it. We'll since we don't have like a um we'll just say it all at once. It's just gonna be like a free
Okay,
for all. Like,
I like it.
oh my god, Mekia! So, all right, so Ashley's gonna pull out the first superlative.
Okay. All right. All right. I think I know who we're going to say for this one.
What this is.
This one is biggest drama king or queen.
Oh.
Michael Scott.
I cannot. Actually, thank you, Mekia. I have to like trick my brain to say Michael James Scott
James
because
Scott.
To us, it's
Yes.
just Michael Scott.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God. Okay, my turn. I'll okay, I'm picking for
You,
Mekia.
oh, okay, great.
Oh, okay. Best laugh. Okay, so don't say anything. On
Okay.
three. One, two, three.
Michael Scott.
Mekia.
Ashley. We all study that.
That is true. I
Oh my
love
gosh.
that.
Oh, I like that.
So funny. Okay,
Okay.
Michael, you're picking for you.
Oh, I'm picking for me. I'm picking for me. Okay. 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 Oh my God. 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 Okay. Let's go here. Ooh. Teacher's pet.
Ooh.
Okay. Here we go. One, two, three. Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. Yeah.
What? I was gonna say Michael. No, the funny
There-
thing is I was named the teacher's pet for every class except theater.
That's funny.
Yes.
Oh, that is
yeah,
funny.
so I feel like the two of you would have been teacher's pet for theater. That's hilarious.
It was a toss up. It was between the two of you.
All right, I'm picking one for Mekia, and then oh, I mean, kindest. I mean,
That-
I feel
we're,
like
we're all pretty kind.
yeah, I feel like we're all doing it, but I
Yes.
definitely this is a toss up between you two.
I know. I was
because
gonna say
Aw.
Mekia.
yes, because I feel like both of like
Yeah.
I feel, here's the thing. So there's a couple of when I think about kindness, I think about the reason why I say both of you is because I think that both of you, if people were to think of y'all now, I think that the word kind would come into their into
Mm.
describing both of you back in during our time in
Mm.
during high school. And part of that is because of just the nature of who you all were. Like you all just were like softer, like just friends who would share, who would always like be like, oh yeah, like just go along with the like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Like
Mhm.
it was never it was never really like a like I was probably the one being like, well, why are we doing that? Do you know what I mean? Like and so I feel like the word kind like would definitely be described if any of our friends or any people who knew even if they just knew
Mm.
of you back in the day that would say that about y'all. I truly believe
Wow.
that. Definitely.
No,
Thank you.
I believe
Okay,
that.
last one.
Okay. It's your pick.
You may pick?
Yeah, it's your pick.
Oh gosh. My pick. Loudest.
No, Michael.
How dare you? How dare both of you go, oh, Michael. How dare both of you? Literally, I said, "La," and Mekia was like, Michael. Like, I can't even figure it out. How dare you?
Michael, but we love you for that. We love
Yeah,
you for
we
that.
love you for it. It's true.
Oh my God.
But we always knew that you were in the room.
Correct.
Oh my God. I can't. I love this. I love this. I have a other question for you, Mekia, about your parents and like your because we're talking about sort of like high school and we've been talking about parents. And you mentioned you all moving from the Virgin Islands.
Yes.
But I know that you were a daddy's girl. Like you were
Yeah.
definitely very, very close to your dad. And I mean both of your parents really. Like I mean specifically from your dad, what were the things that he taught you about friendship? Because he was an amazing man who I always think about your parents being like jet beauty couple of the week. They were both just so beautiful. Like literally like they're like on the cover of like Essence and Ebony magazine. Like like truly like her parents just
Well,
like
I'm not
I mean
surprised.
obviously like
Yes.
and Mekia is literally I think like she literally looks just like both her parents to me. Like
Mm.
like she's the perfect combination of them. But I'm just curious, like, just thinking about your dad, like what is there something that was taught to you?
I think there's so much that is taught without even saying words
Yes.
sometimes. My father was a person who he was kind of a magnet. He
Yes.
pulled people in. And I have now heard stories. So my father passed when I was 17. And so now I have heard stories though that I didn't really know about how he affected certain people's lives. Father, um, my godfather is my godfather because my mom was supposed to have me in October. I was a little late, and my godfather was like, "She's gonna come on my birthday, November 18th," and I, in fact, did come on his birthday, November 18th, and so my parents were like, "Well, now we have to make you the godfather." Excuse me, but he's very close to the family, and he told me a story. He had a choir in St. Croix that he put together himself. I always thought that it was his choir that he put together himself, which it was, but I didn't realize until later. He was like, "Your dad did that." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Your dad made me do that." And I was like, "How do you mean made you?" And he was like, "I had never directed a choir in my life. I had no idea what I was doing," which I could not tell because he was amazing at it. But he was like, "Your dad just has a way of picking, like he sees things in people and he goes, yep." And he was like, "He just told me that I could do it and I believed him." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Because it's your dad." He was like, "Your dad just had this ability to tell people they could do things and they would believe him." And I was like, "Oh yeah, he did
Mm.
that with me." Like that's probably why I am where I am today, because he said, you're gonna be an actress, you're gonna be in front of the screen, possibly behind the screen. And I'm like, and then you believe him. And so this whole time when he ended up, bringing this group of people together again. When you look back through your life when you were younger, you're able to see all of the things that kind of made you into what you are today. And so he I remember going to those choir rehearsals. I remember being there. I remember singing my heart out one time, and my mom being like, "Okay, so Mekia, whenever you sing when you're in a choir, it's all about all of the voices coming together as one. So you don't want to stick out. You don't." I remember my mom saying this to me as a kid, and I was like, "Oh." Because I was just like, "I can't hear myself. I need to sing louder." She was like, "No." And so, you know what I mean? Those little things that you learn that you don't realize are gonna, help you out later on in life. And they sang, Whitney Houston came down, and they were her backup singer choir for Whitney Houston when
Yes.
she came down. Yeah, they sang all over the island. He got them straight about my island people. We like to be a little late sometimes, and so he was very much on I because he's actually not from he's from the States. He's not from the islands. He said, "I'm not from the islands. I'm not down for this. Everybody just trickles in whenever they trickle in. We will be on time. You all will get here. We will have enough time to practice." And they were a great choir. And it's all because of my dad. And so hearing these stories are just interesting, when you become older. But I remember in the islands they used to have parties. They had amazing parties. Um, where they would invite a whole bunch of people, and everyone was just so happy to be around my father and my mother. And I remember seeing them as a kid, and I remember them dancing one time and being like, "That's what I want." They were great models for friendship, for love, for family, for husband and wife. It was
Yeah.
just yeah, I'm very, very thankful for both of my parents.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love that.
you know, this is what happens on Hype Friend because we're laughing out loud 1 second and then I'm literally crying the next because it's just so beautiful what you said, and I believe in it wholeheartedly, and the three of us clearly were very blessed that
Mm,
we have parents that
Mm,
supported our dreams and that told us
mm,
that we could and that we could do it and we could, that we should believe in our dreams and that we can make them happen. But I think this is why having hype friends in your life or being a hype friend for someone is so important, because not everyone has supportive parents like we did.
Yeah.
mm,
But everyone should have a hype friend, or anyone can
mhm,
be a hype friend. And literally, sometimes all it takes is one person to believe in you, to say, yes, you can do it. I believe it.
mhm,
You are going to be that. And that one person can change your life. And
mm.
I love that you had such incredible parents, and literally you're like a real life Tiana.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
I had to ask because I mean, obviously your mom is. I love your mama so much, uh,
Mhm.
and obviously she. There, I mean, literally, her mom and my mom they've spent
Yeah.
time together, like all the
Yes.
things,
Yeah.
and her dad was actually around as well quite a bit, so like I
Mhm.
actually got to talk to him and be with him quite a lot,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
it just is something that I remember how special. Your mom is still very special, but I remember how
Yeah.
special your dad was, and so I just
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, and
It's
just I
it's also
know.
just kind of, yeah, it's lovely being around people that knew him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
past you guys, even my close friends I was telling you about in college know of him, but they
yes,
did not get to know him. They were there when he
yeah,
passed.
yes. It was like
Yeah.
right after
It was
that.
right after, it was right,
Yeah,
yeah, right, my
yeah,
freshman year.
yep,
So it is nice, being able to like speak with people who genuinely knew him. Yeah,
yes,
and they were a part of, do you remember the talent show?
yes, honey.
Yeah.
Yes,
They put
yes.
together a talent
They put
show
together a
and they
talent
were
show.
very, yeah, involved.
They just
Yeah.
believed. It's that thing of like they just believed that like that by laying out the foundation by links that it was
Yeah.
possible. So like they really were the ultimate hype friends
oh,
for
Yeah.
not only their daughter but for their daughter's like peers. They're her friends. Like
Yeah.
really, like that to me is what I think about your parents, is because they
Ashley, you're
really
so
they,
sweet.
I know. I know. What? The thing is sometimes in this world, I think we all can relate to this. You can feel so powerless,
yeah,
like
Mm,
so powerless. But I think we lose sight. You focus on the things that you don't really have power on, but we do have so much power.
yeah,
mm,
And the power we do have is what's right in front of us, to the people in our life, to the influence that we can have on them,
yeah,
mm,
and then the ripple effect from that.
yeah,
And so
mm.
I think I'm just overcome with just, wow, look at what the people in your life have just done for you and who you've
Mm.
gone on to become. And um it's just so cool. I'm just
Oh,
so happy to just see you and hear you and see the light that you continue to be. And
I
just,
love
oh my
that.
gosh.
No, I love
no,
no, no,
Ashley.
the-
This is that
that
time where I wish I was there. I just want to give you guys hugs.
I
I know, I
know, I
know,
know.
I know, I
Well,
know.
okay. Well, I have one more question for you. Um, because we have to talk about the rookie. We have to talk
Yes.
about the rookie.
Yes.
And obviously hit ABC show. I mean, we've talked about Once Upon a Time, but now you are on literally one of the biggest shows on ABC, or on television, period. And coming from the Star Wars world, I'm just the voice of a Jedi. I'm a Jedi, not a, I like to believe I'm a real life Jedi. But anyways, with
We
that,
all are real life Jedis.
yes, exactly, exactly. But I've learned a lot about being a Jedi and incorporating that into my everyday life. Now, being a cop or doing any sort of service like that, there's just a bond that you
Mm,
have with, with your fellow coworkers that, is unbreakable at times, especially
Mhm.
when you're in any line of danger. So what
Mm.
have you learned from the rookie about friendship?
It's interesting because whereas Sabine and Princess Tiana were closest to who I am, as a person. I feel like this character that I'm playing now, Nyla Harper, is maybe farthest from who I am. However, I think now maybe our worlds are starting to collide a little bit more because she has now become a mother and she's a mama of two little girls, same as me. Um, but she initially started off in this place where she was coming back from this undercover world where she could trust absolutely zero, no one. And so it took her a second to adjust to these people who are actually good people, who actually have her back, who actually want the best for her. I mean, in the beginning, they didn't because they weren't sure because she had so many rough edges. But over time, she's come to realize that these people that are surrounding her in these very dangerous situations are people who care for her, that love her, and that will put themselves on the line for her. And I don't think she's had that in the past. And so these people are very special to her. Um, the
Hmm.
same way in which the people that I work with are very special to me. Um, we are going through a lot of things. Like I said, obviously, me and Alyssa being moms, but just us being on this show together. Nathan is kind of a veteran. He's been there, and so even though it's funny because he's the rookie, he was the rookie on the show, but he is more of the veteran actor, and he's sort of I always say it's top down and it starts with him, but it even starts above him to our showrunner Alexi Holly, who is an amazing showrunner and a kind person. And so I said this before about like attracts like. I do believe that he pulled this group of people together because of who he is. And I do think that that is part of the appeal of the show over time, especially because I think people have come to know not just the characters, but they've come to know us. We're big TikTokers. I not as much as some of the others on the show, but people have found our show through TikTok. And so I think they see that, like, when we're on set, we laugh, we have a good time, we joke with each other. Like I think they see our genuine love for each other, and that is what attracts them to the show. They can see the chemistry that all of us have. And so it really is kind of wonderful to be able to have that both for my character on screen and in real life.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. And I'm thrilled that
Thanks.
you are getting to be a part of that. That is a beautiful thing. You deserve it. And I hope that
Thanks,
you just soak
Samantha.
it all up and all the things because that is it's lovely to go to work in any work that you do, whether you are an actor or you are, a technician or whatever, that you like to go to work and that you have that you have a
Yeah.
community there of people that you enjoy. So I'm happy that that is the case for you.
It's true. It's true. And then also, like, can I talk about actually about being a hype friend, as you were saying? Like, I got to be the hypest hype friend. What was that, 2 weeks ago now at the
Yes,
opening of Scrubs?
Oh my
The
God.
Scrubs
yes.
premiere. That was so much fun for me. So I just have to explain. I went to the Scrubs premiere because Michael James Scott, as well as another DP friend of ours, Shiloh
Yes.
Shaner, were both on Scrubs. Shiloh is writing on Scrubs. Michael is acting on Scrubs. Let me also go back and say that Michael called me or texted me or whatever, and he was like, guess what, like, I'm gonna be on your network. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I'm gonna be on Scrubs. And I was like, did you know Shiloh's writing for Scrubs? And he was like, oh my gosh. And then he was like, yeah. I was like, how many episodes are you doing? He was like, would you say like two, like two?
Literally, yeah, I
So
was like three at the most.
yeah,
Yes.
he was like, yeah, like two or three or something like that. And I was like, no. That's not what's gonna happen. I was like, they're gonna see you, and they're gonna love you, and they're gonna want to keep you for the whole time. And he was like, well, I don't know. And then when he was done, we were texting, and I was like, so how many episodes did you end up doing? He was like, well, just like 8 out of the 10.
Yep, absolutely.
8 out of the 10.
Oh
I'm
my
only supposed to do 2 or 3. No, I
god.
was so excited to be there. So it was really nice for me able to be there on on a show that's on my network, but it wasn't exactly my show. But just being able to be there and like support both of my friends at the same time, who were both there, who got there on their own for different reasons, was so beautiful to me. Like I remember, like I
I
was
will never
almost in tears because I was like, "This is amazing right now."
It really, I will never forget that we got to experience that and you were there. Like, it's just the craziest thing that
Yeah,
happened. And literally,
yeah,
Mekia was like full hype friend. Like, she was like
yeah,
on the red
Oh,
carpet, like, come on, let's take a photo. Like, it was like full hype friend of it all.
I
And it was
love it.
like the whole night, which was just amazing. You and your hubby, like, just like you and Britt, just,
yeah,
it was just, and like my husband was like, I can't believe like Mekia, like this is so crazy. Like it was just awesome and such a fun,
yeah,
beautiful blessing of a treat that we got to experience that
yeah.
together. Makiki, well, we are beyond, beyond grateful for you and so happy that you joined us and that you could shed
Yeah.
your ridiculously beautiful light to our community. We're so
Mm.
grateful and love you and thankful
Love
for
you
your
guys
time.
too.
Thank you for
Yes.
the talk.
Yes. Thank you, Mekia.
Yeah, yay.
Oh, I love her. I love her. I love her.
Mekia, oh my gosh. It's like we were just like back at school.
That was so good for the soul.
Yeah.
Like so good for the soul.
Yeah.
I um I have to tell you, I consider myself our local Disney princess expert.
Oh, obviously.
Um,
Yes, yes.
and
Yes.
part of the reason I was crying is because, not only to hear Mekia share the beautiful story about her parents and her dad and losing her dad, but The Princess and the Frog is one of my favorite Disney princess films.
Yeah.
And the bond between Tiana and her dad, and her mom
Mm,
too, but specifically her dad, where her dad believed in her so
mm,
much, but he
mhm.
also taught her that her dreams were not just going to fall in her lap, that she had to wish upon a star, but she had to work hard to make them happen. But he just believed in her so much. And when she was sharing the story about her dad, I just started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, like she really is a real life Tiana. It
Mm,
was just like, it was so special. And I
mm.
love that moment. So I think, as a one last thing, I think it's, just that's what being a hype friend means, is to truly believe in someone.
Yeah, Ashley. I mean, I think that that feels exactly right. I mean, my one last thing is that idea of belief, but without expectation. I feel like there is such a sometimes when belief is put upon you, I think that there it comes with parameters sometimes, and there
And
is
pressure.
and a lot of pressure
Yeah.
to get this thing that is specifically right
Yes.
to that is the thing that they're believing in, but they were literally saying, we believe in you. There is no expectation on anything but literal belief and love. Like
Yes.
that to me is so inspiring. And I was one of those people that they did that to. I was one of those little kids that for this variety show, it was a variety show. It wasn't a talent show. It was just a showcase. There was no winner. There was no loser. There was no prize. The prize was just this idea of us getting to showcase our talent. And that was it. That was it. There was no
Yeah.
expectation, but for us to just go on stage, do what it is that we love to do, and
And
everyone
showcase
take it
it.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is so powerful for a young mind. And that's not even for young minds. That's for anybody.
Anyone.
That's for anybody.
I mean, so to be a hype friend, you believe in your friends, period.
Yeah.
Like, end of story, with no expectations. It's just, I see you, I believe in you, I'm here for you.
No
matter
parameters, no, it's just that. I love that. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Come on, season 2.
All right.
Come on, episode 2.
Yes. The hype chicken is hyping.
I love it. Well, this was so awesome. I'm so inspired by this episode, and let's take it out. How
Let's
about
do
that?
it. All right.
I'm Michael James Scott.
And I'm Ashley Eckstein. And remember, be a hype friend.
The hype starts with you.